Hey, this is a slideshow that I am doing for the first time. This is for all the mothers in my life. My mom's not here anymore, but I have a mother-in-law, Emily, who I'm happy to have. And this is for her. She likes flowers. And it's also for my daughter, who will be a mother someday, and my daughter-in-laws, Kim and Angie. So this is for you. This was from yesterday. It's a flower from Home Depot, which I was with Aaliyah and I was walking by it and I had to stop and take a picture because it was so. This is a raised bed garden that we saw yesterday at the urban farm tour, which was really fun, going to people's houses and seeing all the raised beds and all the ways to plant and bees and just really cool stuff. So this is what I wish I could give you guys in your backyards, is a bunch of raised beds. This was a kiwi farm we went to in somebody's house. Actually, it's not something they sell, but they grow kiwis here in the upstate, and the vines are really cool, and they get wheelbarrows full off of their kiwi plants. So that was kind of fun to experience. This was a Japanese maple tree, and just a neat way to do the walls with rocks, because we have that problem with retaining wall issues. But this was a fun yard with just what one Japanese maple tree can do, really brightens it up. This is some mountain laurel. We have a bunch of that in our yard too. We saw that yesterday. This is some roses, which makes me think of heather rose. This is figs, and this is one of my passions this year, is to figure out how to grow baby fig trees that will hopefully be big fig trees. We have one in our yard, and I was surprised to see really big figs on this one also, because I don't think ours has all that yet, but they're really a cool plant and they're super yummy, and you can also dry them. So I want to get big on figs this year. This is our miniature horse, Toro, who is figuring out how to dump out the bird feeders and eat the seeds. This is out my office window, and I had him tied to the hot tub. He would actually canter around the hot tub with his leash tied to it and know exactly where to stop and canter the other way, so that was pretty impressive for being on a lead rope. I tie him around the yard so he can eat grass all over the place and mow the lawn like a good Toro should. This was behind somebody's house, their water catchment system, rain barrel, and composting, expensive composter too, which was all nice and clean and I guess the way it should be. We don't have all that. This is an outside pizza oven, sort of like ours, but a lot nicer. So that was fun to see it in action and to experience somebody else. This is a solar cooker. I think I found that one online, just one similar, and I was disappointed to see that they were $200, but I do really like the idea of using it. You can do anything you do in a crock pot, and even breads and things in this solar cooker. So that's another goal of mine for this year, is to get a solar cooker. Probably will be, could possibly be a nice one like this. It's simple, and this one's plastic, so it's easy for traveling and camping, but there's a good chance it could also be homemade too. This was a what do you call it, mason oven, and it's really neat because you just do a fire that's really hot and a little amount of wood, and it heats up this whole big thermal mass for almost 24 hours with a lot less wood. So now I would like one of them too. Add it to my to-do list. This was a water garden we saw, and it has fish in it, and it's something I wish I could do for all of you in your backyards, and I probably will if I get the chance. This is rosemary growing, and it's a plant I love having to put on focaccia bread with olives and cheese and rosemary. It's a great treat. This is actually the end of the garden tour. We stopped at a fresh pasta restaurant near our house that just opened, and I was still in the plant and water mood, so I took pictures of the fountains there. This is another shot of one of the water gardens, and this has a waterfall in this section that is pretty cool. Very peaceful, and I think every house that can should have a water garden. And that's sort of self-explanatory. And this was me on my way home. I was so inspired I stopped at Home Depot or Lowe's, one of them, and we found 3 fruit trees that were half price, so we bought 3 of them. And then I got some other little herbs or plants or something, and so Chris took a picture of me since we were driving in a jungle, but I was quite inspired.